Thank you very much. So, coming to AVCA Summit, it's something I've always looked forward to, right? AVCA is a sort of an organization, right, that I am, very proudly, very proud about in terms of having to attend their seminars and workshops. Right? Earlier this year, AVCA had some events in Nigeria. I think their annual event. Unfortunately, I wasn't there because I was unavoidably absent. However, I look forward to a lot of insightful conversations around funding, around investment, around the full gamut, right, of investment, and I also look forward to collaborations and networking, right. And one of the things I enjoy about being in AVCA is the depths of the speakers, collaborators, and participants, right. Essentially, if you're looking for, if you're a company looking for founders, investors to fund the products, to fund their business or projects, this is really the right place to come to, because you'll be exposed to a lot of high net worth individuals, institutional investors, ultra high investors, and I bet you, right, with the right networking, you would get the sort of funding that you're looking for your projects. All right, in terms of investors and fund managers, right? I would think that investors need to, be very strategic about their investment, and also ensure that the ESG principles are incorporated in the sort of investment that they make, right? And also desist from, investing in companies that are not ESG compliant, and also have a very close, monitoring regime and monetary regime with the fund managers, right? And also ensure that there's adequate, reporting template, reporting standard, reporting policy within, the fund manager and investors to ensure that the funds are being channeled to the appropriate projects which are intended, they're intended for. Fantastic. So I think agriculture, right? I mean, agriculture is a sector that pretty much is underdeveloped in the African continent. I'm from Nigeria, and I'll tell people that in terms of sustainable investment, agriculture is the sector that needs to be unlocked, right? Because agriculture contains a lot of molecular investment, right? I call it molecular investment because in agriculture, you get a lot of things, a lot of sectors, a lot of segments. You get your you get your biomass, you get your byproducts, which is practically used for every other aspect of production, right? So agriculture sector is a sector that needs to be focused on in terms of impact investment, in terms of sustainable investment across the African continent. Yeah, I think I'll look at it from both sides, right? In terms of being deprioritized, right? I'll think that a lot of attention is really not given to sustainable investment in Africa. And from the other angle, I would take it to mean that, yes, there are some DFI, some institutional investors who are very intentional about, sustainable financing, sustainable investments in Africa, right? Without mentioning names of those DFIs, I mean, I'm quite sure they really know themselves, right? But essentially, I think it's just, looked at it, from both angles. And also, I would, suggest that a balance needs to be struck, right? In terms of, critically looking at the African market and try to be intentional about the sort of sustainable investment, products that we have in Africa, so that Africa can, grow and all the SDGs goals are being met. Thank you.